Hey, what's going on, guys? It's 2 p.m. It's, it's time for the stream, and we have here a D&D group. We're going to do the play of Aemun, and we have a party. This is the, regular 2 p.m. group, and as for today's sponsor is the Lunatic Cultist Treasure Bag. More about that later.
In best case scenario.
And with that out of the way, can anyone here give me a rundown of the last session for the audience?
I did last time, so unless anyone wants to read my notes, I can do it. Okay. The gang of dick shots ride into the skeleton tower. After having a small tussle with the Pokey Boys, they invade the tower for no reason whatsoever. Attempt to sneak up the stairs. They didn't account that Pan Pan is so dummy thick, and the clap of his cheeks as he walked up the stairs alerted the guards, leading Elbin to disguise himself as one of the skeletons. And remained dead, just taking a chill session with his pets, which he named. Unlike some, he's not even here. I can't insult him. Anyway, back to Elbin. Oh, there he is. Who somehow weaseled his way into leadership again. Almost immediately sold out his friends again, after meeting yet another one of Yin's family members, who, for some reason, gave him some insight on the land of the dead. Rail, not being a moron, tries to sneak away as the session ends. Also, Pan, you probably forgot, you still have a loot box that you haven't opened. It's just weird.
So, okay, you're sneaking out, Royale, who's trying to sneak out the back. Which way do they say they're going to sneak out? Are they going to try to get out through a window? Or are they going to try to get out through the same place they got in?
Yeah, just jump out the window, because I don't think, like, Rael, I think, remembers that there was a talking door down the way, so that probably won't be good to pass through, so yeah, sneak out the window.
Do an acrobatics check to, not die of fall damage.
Yep.
You waited till you got to the top floor of a tower to jump out a window.
13.
You get out of the window. I mean, it's high enough to exit. However, you overshoot and end up falling into the ocean. In addition to taking 24 bludgeoning damage from falling so high.
I think it's a good moment to mention that my character only has 18 HP. Like,
is anyone going to?
Yay! Yin has a friend.
Is anyone going to save Royale from drowning? Is anyone going to save Royale from drowning?
Oh god, the only people left would have been Elvin and Pan.
Is Pan going to assist?
Okay. Yeah.
Are you going to go down the stairs, or are you going to jump out of the same window?
Go down the stairs.
Okay. You get down the stairs quickly, and the guy doesn't stop you. Nobody stops you because they've seen what just happened. I mean, you can catch up to them. You catch up at the bottom to see Rael floating in the water.
Try to reach her, pull her back to shore, pull him back to shore.
Okay. What are you going to do next? I revive them? With what?
Oh no. Chest impressions thing you do when people drown.
Do you know the correct method?
No.
Did your character ever learn this?
No.
Well, would you like to try it immediately, or do you want to like...
survival check? Or a medicine check?
Yeah, are they going to make a medicine check to think a bit and think, try to recall the exact way to do this, or are they just going to try to do it? Which way? They're going to sit back for a bit first, or are they going to try immediately to push?
I guess the medicine check.
Medicine check. Roll. Alright then, let's roll medicine.
Rail, if he fails, you do realize that our fate are in the hands of Elbin and Pan.
9.
9. That fails.
That's a terrifying thought. Oh no.
Yeah, that fails.
Pan doesn't talk much. That means Elbin would be the leader. Oh god.
Pan,
Oh no!
is there anything else that you're... Now, you don't remember. You don't remember how to do it. Are you still going to try? Even though you can't remember how to do it. Are you still going to try?
Probably not.
What?
Probably not.
You're not. Then what are you going to do?
Try giving them potion of healing.
I'm just gonna go... Yeah, let me just go roll for, luck. Because I don't actually know what else I would roll for that. I mean... It failed. Can you do anything else? Their heart is still beating. Is there anything else you can do?
Does your stupid robot have any medical training, or...?
I don't know.
What? You must do something. Because...
Open your loot box, see if it has anything helpful?
The thing I have left is cure wounds, but I'm out of spell slots.
What are you going to
Is
do?
my crystal still nearby? Do you still have my crystal?
I don't know.
You do. It's in your bag. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pan has it.
Has it been like 2 minutes since the last time I tried to summon my FaZe representative?
Has it been how long?
A few minutes. Because Yin would try it like about 3 times and then just give up. He's already tried it twice.
I don't know when the last time you did this is.
Let's see. Like before their conversation, he just before their conversation with Yin's uncle, he popped out to look around, then she vanished again.
It's been about 12 minutes since then.
Yeah, he would be popped out.
Yeah.
You can begrudgingly convince them to heal Rail. Do you like to try and convince them to heal Rail?
Yeah.
In other words, would you like to save my life?
Yeah.
Also, just as a decision, she's totally mute because I did not want a voice for them because.
Yes, Pan, you're going to try to convince them, are you?
Yep.
Roll deception. I know that may be strange. You might think it would be persuasion, but in this case, it's deception. Roll for deception.
Okay.
What do you roll? Pen. What do you roll? What did Pan roll?
Use the bot. How do I use the bot?
I didn't the right command. It should have worked.
How do I use the bot?
I don't know how. That looks correct.
Command. Yeah, that's the correct command. It's just not working for some reason.
Fuck.
Eh.
Monkeys and typewriters. You can try exclamation point help and see if that fixes it.
we go.
Well, that worked with Rhythm, not the actual bot for D&D. So great.
Hey, you dumb butt, do you have any physical dice that you could roll?
Oh. Try to find some. Wait.
Okay, so instead of that, real quick. You realize you can roll dice on the D&D Beyond website, right? You could just totally do that from your character page. Just click the skill with the
Yeah.
plus number on it, then do it.
Yeah, but it's not working. Just gonna try. Cool.
You know, I'll go roll a dice for you. Give me a second.
13 plus 1. 14.
Success. Royale is being healed. Royale
Great.
is not dead.
Perfect.
However, they have 2 levels of exhaustion from not breathing for like 2.5 minutes, and also swallowing a lot of water.
Yeah, seems fair.
On the bright side, you have 8 hit points and 2 temporary hit points. So yay!
Nice. I didn't thought water would be this deadly.
It was an 80-foot fall. What did you think would happen? I told you when you first got onto here that it was an 80-foot tall by like 30-foot wide tower. How big did you think it was?
I, as a player, don't know how tall is 80 feet. I use the metric system.
And I usually use the metric system too, but this is D&D where we use feet.
I know.
Seriously though, why isn't a gallon like a certain number of inches by inches by inches? It would make much more sense if that was a gallon, but it's not. Why? Why? Why does the relationship between feet and mile make no sense?
24 meters.
Huh?
What?
Conversion I got on Google tells me 80 feet is 24 meters, apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could probably kill someone. Oh. Elvin's here now.
What happened?
Oh, hey, Elvin. Just a quick recap. Rail jumped out a window and from the top of an 80-foot tower, almost died. Pan's on the ground and had to begrudgingly convince my favorite representative to actually heal him. So Rail has like 8 hit points and 2 temporary hit points, and they're all on the outside near the ocean because Rail not only didn't know how high it was, they also didn't know what. Sorry, they also didn't know that water actually hurts.
That will be my character, not me as a player. I obviously know.
Yeah, the highest you can jump into water and take no damage is 20 feet. Higher than that, and 30 feet or higher, and you will be taking fall damage if you hit water.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Elbin, if Rail would have died, we still somehow would have blamed this death on you.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
God. Wow.
By the way, that's probably the last time you're going to be seeing them until Yin gets like some semblance of like area, because Yin's not going to try and summon them more than like 3 times.
I'm just imagining Elbin standing in a corner, just watching all of this unfold.
Just looking out the window. Trying to revive.
Would he even be seeing this?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go down the stairs.
I like the idea that you jump out a window, Pan rushed to go help you, and Elbin was just standing at the window just watching you until you got healed, and then just slowly walks down the stairs. Well, if no one else is going to be doing anything, Yin transforms back into a badger and just starts digging. Giant badger, I should specify. Giant badger.
Okay. So, which direction? Down, or to the left, or to the right?
Oh. Really should have tried to speak with animals to try and find out which direction they were in, because it could be any. I'll keep going. I'll change it up for a second and go left. I'll steer left.
Perform a strength check to go through the rock. don't think badgers are meant to dig through rock, but oh well. You're strong. It's a giant badger. Could you please repeat that?
13, 1-3.
13. Well, yes, that succeeds. You enter a... another room. This time it appears to be rather long, with pillars in it, and it looks more like a cave than a room, you know? It's longer, and it seems to connect to other places.
Quick question. Do the pillars look natural, or do they look made by something?
They look natural. They appear to be made of a different... They appear to be pieces of a different rock than the floor of the cavern. Using your nature knowledge, you assume that when an underground river flowed through here, it eroded the softer rock, but not these harder rock pillars. At least that's what your nature knowledge would tell you.
Makes sense. The harder stone pillars, they look like they're rare stone of any sort, or they just look like harder version of the stone art that I've already dug through. So all the same limestone?
Well, there's limestone on the ground, but the pillars look like they're made of like slate. But I mean, it's not. No, it does not look valuable. It's not exceptionally hard rock. You know, it's not like I don't know. It's not like unholy schist. No, it's just like rock. It's regular rock. It's not magic rock. No.
Okay. Doesn't seem like it'd be useful to Yin for anything. Yin would just continue down to the cave. You said that it looked like they were led to other areas?
Yes. There are 3 paths. There is in front of you an area with gravel. To your left, there is an area where you see a faint reddish glow, and to your right, there's a green and shallow pool.
Can I try and sift the air to see if there's any certain scent coming from any of the directions?
The green pool smells like something died in there. It smells like rotten flesh.
Smells like a place that I'm not going.
And you can't smell
the
anything.
pink area.
You can't smell anything other than the rotten flesh because it's a strong smell.
So those things are overpowering. I go over to the pink stone area because I'm not going near that.
Pink?
Something's dead when I'm already dead.
When did I mention something pink?
You said it was pink.
I remember I said gravel, green, and red.
Oh, okay. I go to the red area.
Okay. Yeah, you see a small pebble on the floor, glowing red. It's not like it's a whole cavern of red, it's just a small pebble. One pebble. It's pretty bright though. But it's just a pebble.
And can I do an Arcana check to see if the pebble is something like bad?
You may do an Arcana check, yes.
Okay. 12. Move +1, so 13.
$13. Avray is offline. Look at that. It's offline.
What the? Yeah.
Interesting.
Alright.
What? What just happened?
Avray the bot went offline.
Yeah, it just went offline.
Well, that explains a lot. Maybe they're updating it. I don't know.
Yes. You've determined that this stone, you've determined that it appears to be a source of heat. However, only in close proximity. You don't remember anything else about this stone.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to, just for simplicity, I would like to drop out of my wild shape,
Okay.
get one of my bags, and just, without touching the stone, like, directly to my hand, I would like to, like, scoop it in my bag.
Which you mean? Wait, what bag are you using? Do you have like a small like cloth pouch, or is this like some kind of like a straw bag, or is it like a leather bag? What's
Like,
the bag made of?
small little satchel where I keep all my stuff. It has like smaller, like loose bags in it, but I just scoop into the satchel because, yeah, I'm not going complex to open it into a different little bag. Or keep all my bottles and such.
Okay. Oh, your satchel with all your bottles in it. Okay, I think they'll be made of leather. Uh, the leather begins to smoke slightly.
That's bad. I'll try and dump it out of the thing without damaging my bottles.
I mean, you dump everything else out too, but none of it is cracked. None of it cracks. Like you can get really close to the ground and pour it out, but yeah, you pour everything out, including the stone, then you put everything back. Pretty well organized, and this is a good time to get everything back into its organized shape instead of just being tumbled around haphazardly like it already was in the bag. Ta-da! Very organized bag. And now, you have a small burn mark on the inside of your bag. It didn't burn through the bag, though. Not through
Eat it!
See, this is why you're not the auxiliary captain, okay? Okay. Reevaluating my equipment, I have a mess kit and I have a kettle.
Would you like to eat
So I
it?
could probably... I'm not eating that.
Are you sure that you don't want to eat it? It looks
That
so
is
tasty.
not-
It looks so very tasty sitting there. Are you sure you don't want to eat it?
It has a little tag on it that says "Eat me."
Pretty rock. I'm gonna just go open up my kettle and just like scoop it in there because I know my kettle could at least withstand some heat better than my the leather bag would.
You hear it whisper the words, "Eat me."
Whisper back, "Over my dead body."
Aren't you there?
I didn't leave a body behind. I left a crystal. Just put it in my bag, and I go transform into the badger again once I get over towards the gravel tunnel.
Okay. Gravel. It's just gravel.
Gravel?
Yeah. No. Yeah, there's no like no spikes. You walk across. I mean, you walked all the way across. You walk across gravel patch. No spikes come up. Nothing falls out of the ceiling. It's just gravel.
Okay. Does it look like it branches out to any other paths, or is it
Yeah.
just open room, hallway, gravel?
Yeah. There's more. There's another. There's another path. Goes to the left.
Okay.
But
I
also,
check out that.
in front of you, past the gravel, there is a small metal grate in the floor.
I would like to try and open the grate. In giant badger form, of course.
Perform a
Because
strength check.
it was almost natural 20, but it's a 15. So, rolled a 15 because I have badger strength.
You can lift it. Yeah, you lift it up off the out of the. You lift it out of the grate holder. And at the bottom there appears to be some kind of liquid. It smells smelly. Funny, when the grate was on, it didn't smell like anything, but now when you lift it, it's smelly.
Can Yin investigate to see if the grate was like put here so that something could like get out, like overflow, where like something would go there and it's like not near anything, or is it like somewhere nearby a civilization? Like, can Yin tell if someone put this here recently, or if someone had gone to check this out recently, other than him?
Well, I mean, the grate has a moss growing on it, so it doesn't look like it's been cleaned recently.
Okay. Would like to check to can you check to see like if it was installed on like from the bottom facing upwards, or if someone from the top put it down on the installed it into the ground. What I'm trying to tell if basically if someone installed it like on the ground and then dug the hole for it, or if someone like was underground and then just installed that basically on what would be their ceiling.
It's just a hole. Like there's
Jump down the
nothing.
hole.
It's not. It's not. There's not any. It's not like a room at the bottom. It's just a hole.
It's a hole. There's nothing else in the hole. It's just a regular hole.
It's a hole. I mean, there's not like a big room at the bottom. It's just sludge in the hole. That's it.
Okay. I would like to keep it. I put the grate back down safely as to not disturb the moss, and then I would like to keep going forward as it looks like there's nothing of use in the sludge pit that he would never deign to enter.
Yeah. So you
Am I lagging? Oh, there we go. Sorry. I got it for a second there. Did you say anything? Did you say anything like important, Fury? Because I lagged out for a second, so I heard nothing.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Good.
Baba Booey.
Okay, then. If everyone's ready, Ian would like to continue going through the gravel tunnel, going past the grate and looking for like any openings where someone would have had to walk through to install it, since someone would have had to put it there.
There's 2 barrels. They're on the ground. They're tipped on their sides. It's 2 barrels.
Are they covered, or are they just open where someone could peek in?
Well, they're closed, but they have an opening. Like, it's like a, like where you turn the knob to let out fluid, so that you can drink whatever's in the barrel.
I would like to check what's in the barrel.
I mean, are you gonna open the tap, or are you gonna try to remove the lid?
With my badger strength, of course, I would like to maneuver the tiny tap to see if I can. Yeah, no. Badger claw ain't gonna maneuver that. I'm just gonna open the top of it.
You'll have to turn it over first. Turn it so that it's facing upward, so that you're not gonna, spill everything on the floor.
That is the reasonable thing to do.
Do you want to? Okay, roll a strength check.
Eight.
Yeah, you succeed. You get it upright and you open it.
What does it look like in there?
A dark fluid. Smells like fermented fruits. You're pretty sure it's a barrel of wine. Pretty sure. Has a nice nose. Hints of oak with a nice cherry finish. You think it's some pretty good wine.
Would Yen assume the other barrel has wine in it too?
He would, yes, but is he going to check to make sure?
No. He's not going to check to make sure. He's just gonna try and put the he's gonna try and close up the barrel as best as he can, and he's just gonna take both the barrels with him now. Or his
How?
now. His giant badger, he will roll them.
You can't roll both barrels at the same time. You're gonna have to are you sure you want to take both?
Fine, I will only take one. Of the kindness of my heart, I will let whoever made them keep one of their barrels that I'm definitely stealing right now.
Yeah, how... Like, I get that you're a giant badger, but a giant badger isn't, like... A giant badger is, like, about this... is like, a bit smaller than a horse. Like, you're not really big. You're a bit smaller than a horse.
Smaller than Pan Pan, I know that for a fact.
And by that I mean the shoulder, not the head. The shoulder of a horse. Like, you're, you're not this huge, thing. Like you can, you know what I mean? You're not that big. You can only roll one of these barrels.
Yes. I understand that I'm just a big badger. I'm not like one of those badger moles from Avatar.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move in the barrel.
Anyway, yeah, you can roll it away. It's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy.
If later, after all this, I go to drink from the barrel and I just pull the tap and a bunch of spiders just flow out of it, I'm gonna be so mad. Look, this is the moment for drinking, so I just take the barrel and move. This is mine now.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to check to see if there are any passageways that someone would have had to take in order to install this grate.
I mean, you can walk around some more and find, like, I mean, you keep walking and rolling your barrel, you gotta go over another corner, just through more general stone passageways. So eventually you find a bunch of bananas there's a small area in the wall where there's a big pile of bananas. There's like 60 bananas in a pile.
Merchant was robbed on their way through here. Like, jeez.
I mean, granted, they're bananas. Yin has never seen a banana. Because he's wealthy, but he's not so wealthy that he's eaten bananas.
Yin's not important fruits out here. Yin understands. Okay, yeah. So it's a banana, right?
Yeah, Yin may be rich, but he's not so rich that he has ever eaten a banana, because bananas are very expensive here in this world.
Okay.
So are pineapples.
Yin has never seen a banana, correct?
He hasn't seen a banana.
Yin moves past them. He doesn't eat weird stuff. He's not eating a banana. He hasn't seen it before. He moves past it.
There's another small side area where you see about 7 pineapples. which Yin has also never seen.
A pineapple?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah. They look like they could be weapons? Yeah, they look sharp and spiky from what I remember.
Well,
yeah, Ian's not touching them.
Well, okay.
Enough to.
Well, actually, yeah, they do look like weapons because you have seen those before. Small steel projectiles that are shaped like pineapples. That are shot out of a ballistic.
He picks one up with his badger, puts down the barrel for a second, picks one up with his badger claws, and then just tries to shove it at a wall, see what it does.
It kind of bursts, turns into juice. I mean, are you shoving it Are you shoving it into the wall, or are you kind of trying to waving it around near a wall?
I'm shoving it into a wall, full force. See
Yeah,
what it does.
it bursts. It turns into juice and pineapple pulp.
Does the juice look like it's melting anything? If not, he takes his barrel and he just leaves. He's not dealing with that.
I mean, it smells good, but other than that, no, it doesn't do anything.
It smells great. Too bad. Moving the wine.
Yep.
He's a straightforward character. If he hasn't seen it and he's in a weird place, he ain't eating it.
You come across a third wall opening with some melons. Specifically cantaloupes.
Okay. Has Yin seen a cantaloupe before?
No, he has not.
Cantaloupes just look like sort of like rocks until you open them. So Yin picks one up, feels squishy, nopes out of there, takes the wine, and leaves.
Yes, we've come across the fruit dealer. Yeah, you roll some more, at which point, you come across a, kind of humanoid-looking creature sharpening the blade of an axe.
I nonchalantly move the wine into there. Because, I mean, if it's like a normal person, they'd kind of be taken aback by a mole, badger, just moving a thing of wine at them slowly. And if they're evil, they'll try and attack me, which then I will bamf back out and thoroughly attack them. A normal person.
It looks up, nods at you, and then keeps sharpening.
And rolls past, and then thinks about it for a second, and then goes back to ask it some questions.
Okay, what do you ask?
Bamf out of my thing, because I don't think they could understand me as this badger. And I asked if there's any sort of civilization nearby.
So he didn't send you then?
Who?
Ah, I see.
You sound eerily familiar, like an annoying voice from my past that was maybe a few minutes ago.
Well, if he didn't send you here, then what are you doing with my barrel? I thought you were sent off on a delivery to him.
No idea who you're talking about. I just found this barrel just laying there. No one was around. I decided I would just take it somewhere if there was just no one around. And if someone did come to claim it, then I could just ask them for directions. So either way, it was a win-win for me. Quick question. If all this stuff here was yours, then what was that weird junk in the cave earlier? The spiky stuff and the stupid yellow thing and that squishy rock thing? You know, those dumb things. Because let me tell you, the spiky thing may look great, makes a terrible weapon.
Those are my food. I don't know if your kind can eat it.
I don't know if I've ever attempted to try it, or even learned what they are, despite my line of work, which definitely is a...
Where do you come from?
That's a bit hard to answer. See, I came from a small town over by sea, a small fishing village, but here specifically, I arrived from a little sand village where, fun fact, you cannot line churches. I completely forgot about that fact and just vanished. My uncle, he was alright, I guess. Then I wound up here after doing a bit of digging.
Ah. You mean you're from the surface by the sea? You're from the surface, right?
Fact.
Ah. Yeah, that food's
I
not.
know.
Yeah, that's food. It's not for your kind though. Yeah,
Well, I'll trust your word on it.
yeah, that food. Surface dwellers. It'll eat that food. Will eat them out from the inside. You don't bite that
Yeah.
food. Here, the food bites you.
Uh, ironic, but I love it. Great. I noticed you talked about someone sending me earlier for some sort of livery. That means you're getting a supply, meaning that there has to be some sort of settlement nearby, correct?
No,
What am I missing here? Could you elaborate or give me directions?
I don't know where they come from, and I don't know where they go. But they give me the money. They give me the money, and they take supplies. Or they give me
Okay.
supplies, and they take some money.
Okay. Which direction do they usually come from? Because that could give me some insight on where they are.
Eh,
The deliveries, they come. Which direction do they usually deliver from? Should be coming from somewhere.
eh. Well, they usually come out of they come out of the green the green goop. The green goop. They no, not the wall. They just they swim out of it. Some I don't know how they swim. I put my foot in it. It goes up. Doesn't go very far. It's not deep, but they swim out of it.
How ominous.
Anyway,
I assume this is your settlement if you have an implement to help sharpen your weapons.
it's just me.
So,
It's just me.
it's you.
I'm the only one here. I am the only Schwan here.
Around a bunch. Anyway, you don't know any directions to any actual settlements. Is that correct?
I don't know any.
Okay.
No, I don't know of any directions. No,
Did you say it'd be safe for me to go into that green area, the green goop? Clearly know where that is, as you've been there
No.
before. Would it be?
No,
Would not be.
no, not for somebody from the surface.
Okay.
No,
Then.
not for them.
Do you have any suggestions on where I go now? Seeing as I'm in a bit of a lost from home situation.
Well, I could send you somewhere, anywhere but here. I don't know where you'll end up, but I could send you anywhere but here.
And that is certainly better than staying here, where all the food is not safe for consumption by me, and of course, I have no idea where I would be, but if it's somewhere where I could at least eat some food, I might be able to manage my way back.
If you're not going to do a delivery to him, then are you gonna pay for that stone? You gonna pay for the pebble? Cause somebody needs to pay me
How
for
much?
that. So you...
Much.
20,000 ducat.
Okay. You know I'm from the surface, correct? So you can assume I don't have any of your, I guess, underground money.
No money, no product. Put it back.
Okay. I would like to just open my satchel, take the kettle out, and dump the pebble onto the floor.
It doesn't hit the floor. It kind of falls out of your kettle before arcing up into his limb. You still don't know how he's shaped. I mean, you can tell he has 2 arms, 2 legs, and like a torso, but he has no face. Like, he has no... You can't really tell what his body shape is, because he's just like, kinda, you know, blending in with the shadows.
As long as he helps Yin out of here, Yin is not going to ask any follow-up questions about his appearance.
Also, you were having this conversation in Infernal, which I don't think I mentioned, but that probably is an important detail.
Ah, finally, someone I can talk to that... other than my stupid family.
I mean, as far as you know, he is from your family. Like, you haven't met any people outside your family before now who speaks Infernal, so he might be in your family. Might be.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask. I have a bad history with my family, so the less I know to confirm it, the better.
Yeah. Alright. Hey, so... Do you, where do you, what is your decision? Do you want to, do you want to, go back to that, hole in the wall you made? Or do you want to, be banished to anywhere else?
You banish me, would I be taking my pets with me, correct?
Yes, all your pets, all your supplies, anything that belongs to you and is also on you. But not the
Well,
barrel.
that sounds...
Not the barrel, though.
Yeah, obviously. After it's been made clear that it's yours, I'm not going to bring it. Okay. Certainly. I mean, if there are creatures that can eat that in here, I'd hate to find something natively lives down in this environment. I'd like you to banish me. But first, just in case any druids ask me follow-up questions, I don't want to be the idiot who doesn't know about nature. What is that food earlier? What was that food earlier? Yeah, just in case any other druid asks me, because I'm not going to be the one druid who has, like, 0 nature sense, like an idiot.
It's, the spiky one is called the, it's called the, force meat. Along with the, the round one is called the seep. And the curved one is the, it's called a glorified cress.
No, even if they were edible, the names alone would have repelled me instantly. Okay, banish me, let's go.
Okay. Hey. Alright, away you go. So you find yourself... Okay, so Yin finds himself somewhere What? What is this? Where could he possibly be? What is this? It's like grass, but it's flaky. When he kicks at it, it disappears, turns to dust, but it's grassy. And you can clearly tell that he's underground, but the grass is green. It's also dusty green. That's grass. And the flower. He goes to poke a flower. Turns to dust. What is this? What is this?
I would like to do a very simple but very important check to see if they were already like this, or if something basically drained the life and moisture out of these plants, like some sort of jungle vampire.
Okay, so you said you're gonna try to see if it was a jungle vampire or natural. Okay,
Like if they naturally grew like this, or if something like drained the life and moisture out of these plants. 'Cause
ah,
one is more terrifying than the other,
oh
clearly.
yes, then you would make a nature check to determine this.
Natural 20 plus 3. I am the best druid there is alive. I know everything. Except for stupid underground plants. Those awful, awful people. Awful plants.
Oh yes, these are dust leaf. They're naturally occurring. They turn to dust.
Do I...
And they turn into, well, okay, so their entire leaf and stalk turns into dust when when it's time for them to reproduce. However, the root stays rooty. And the
Right.
cells of the plant, are usually distributed by the wind, and they will find wherever they end up and hopefully grow. Because well, it's not single cells, it's bits and pieces, because the entire plant is a spore. If you tear off a piece of the leaf even before it turns to dust and you plant it into the ground, it'll grow into a new plant, because the entire plant is spore.
Okay.
And you also remember that it can be crafted into some good tea if you take the dust. Granted, if you make it incorrectly, then your insides are going to itch, and that is a horrible experience. But the tea is tasty if you do it correctly.
I'm start taking, let's see. I take, some of the roots, just in case, and I also, will take a few pieces from, the actual good plants that aren't, turning to dust, just so that I have, options on how to, regrow them in case I need more of them.
Okay.
Question. Would I know, since I know so much about these plants, would I know which region they grow in? What general area they would grow in?
Yes. You would know that they grow in they grow in a certain area in Pandemonium. Just a certain region near the sea of Chakram.
Ooh, great. So I'm in more danger than I wasn't before. How lovely. Any of you even dare to ask if it tastes like yin, I'm going to rise from the dead specifically to kill you.
Yin is... I mean, Yin actually is the best tasting out of the party.
Well, I mean that
The
was like a
purpose of that
given. I mean, stupid elf, filthy, bulky dwarf, and just average human who clearly does not take showers. I mean, out of all of them, Yin would be the best,
I mean,
obviously.
Yin doesn't taste good, he tastes like tobacco, but he tastes the best.
It's not a compliment, more like a insult to everyone else that Yin is the best tasting.
Yeah, I mean,
that que-
Yin tastes like tobacco because, uh, you know, that's just how tieflings taste.
that question was because I was gonna have Raven smell the crystal and then go see if he could find Yin on the mortal plane.
Ooh, interesting plan. I have a similar plan, only mine's guided with magic, so it's actually better. I would like to cast Animal Messenger and send it, and trying to get my bourbon to go and find Rail. Since In is like 90% sure if Rail dies, all of them, the rest of them would have died too, so I should just check Rail.
I'm pretty sure Elvin is the only person that can actually speak to animals. So
I just actively choose not to have that spell. So, which direction does Bourbon go after I cast Animal Messenger and have Bourbon go out and try and seek Rail?
Upward and to a direction that you're not really sure. You don't know which direction is north, but he goes upward and in a direction.
I follow it.
I am going to refer to his initial direction as, like, 90 degrees now, because I feel like it. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Why is directly north 90 degrees? Why isn't it 0? Why is it 90 degrees? I don't understand that.
To be honest, it makes no sense if you're starting from north. Why would it? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's 90. I just don't get it. Cause anyway,
This is why we can't let the nerds make the compass. Anyway, back to my ingenious plan that totally won't backfire, seeing as I can't fly, and I sent my only flying animal to go that direction.
well, it's kind of, kind of cold. Kind of cold in here. However, you can see. Like, before you had dark vision, you can see perfectly well, but not light. You see differently. You don't know how, but you see differently. It looks really weird. Like, okay, I'm just gonna say, I as the DM do not know how to describe the way that you're looking at this, because I, as a human, cannot comprehend this kind of vision. You know? But like But Yin here doesn't see things like a human now. Whereas before, on the slightly more regular planes, he did.
He just mutters to himself, imagine being a human in here. That would have ended poorly. And then just keeps following the bird.
Well, you, I mean, you keep walking, and you start walking up as the ground curves. Now, it's not really up, because you don't notice it for a while. You just keep walking until you notice that the direction that the bird is going in is no longer, really far away, but it's rather as if you're coming... Rather, it's beginning to, change its direction slightly. It's beginning to lower its path. Which makes you think that you're at a higher elevation.
Huh. I'm definitely right about this place.
Or that maybe the ground is at a different angle. Until eventually, the bird goes to being flying level. And then down slightly. You keep walking until you find yourself in the wall? It hits a wall. It just kind of lands there, floating on the wall. Except that it flies just before the wall, but it's pointed so that its beak is to the ground, and it flaps, but it's flying. It goes to rest and it tries to stand on the wall, but it falls sideways before it has to flap back up to stay there.
Once I get towards it, I snap my fingers and recall the bird to me. Then I, of course, like a smart and sensible person, whip out my staff, do a little flourish, light that up with magic, and then hit the wall.
Okay, do you hit it with, hit it sideways, or do you strike the end of the staff into the ground?
Jab with the end of the staff into it.
Okay, are you poking... Okay, second, are you poking tentatively, or are you poking, with the full belief that you're gonna crack the ground?
I poke it, trying to search for a spot where it seems like it's the weakest, and then I try and jab it.
Yeah, it cracks the ground. It's cracked. Yeah, the cracks spread before a great wind pushes you into the ground, and the ground, it shatters beneath you, and you're catapulted into another chamber.
Interesting. Okay. Just for fun, since this is a new dimensional, I'm gonna make this a habit. I'm gonna use Druidcraft to actually check what the weather is, because this might be all sorts of messed up.
You check. You have no idea what it means.
If only it was a better druid. God.
No, I mean, let me find an image, because it is just the weirdest symbol.
Yin is not going to be able to decipher that, no matter what it is.
I gotta find a picture for this. Why do none of these Google images seem relevant to what I'm looking for?
Yin, upon reflection of Yin's attitude and actions, as a person, I would hate to hang out with Yin.
This would be much easier if I actually had the manga with me, because I know exactly what the depiction is supposed to look like. You know, I know exactly what it's supposed to look like, and I'm just trying to find something that's really close to it. Because I don't actually have the manga, you know? Well, there actually is a character who can tell what the weather is, and so I've had to draw this symbol before.
Okay, great. I'm not just totally inconveniencing you on a whim. You've already had to do this before, okay.
Well, no, I mean, I've had to draw this before, and now I'm trying to find an image that kind of looks like the drawing. I think that this is the closest I can find. Let me put it in that. There we go.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds like a forecast of noping right out of here.
Yeah. AO stream. Let me show you this image so you can see what it looks like. That. You remember this, don't you? You remember Cypher? Pretty sure my audience remembers Cypher. He was a cool character. Anyway. Yeah. What?
Well, after conferring with my council of pets, I believe Scarf gave some very, very good insights when they stuck their tongue out for a second and then put it back in their mouth. That tells me all I need to know, and I immediately try to nope out of here, because that is not something I'm going to be dealing with.
Anyway, hey party! Rest of the party! So, you're still on the platform, because I'm not really... Yeah, I don't know, Yeah, rest of the party, what's happening? What are you doing right now? You're on the platform. How are you gonna... How are you gonna, you know...
Owen's pushing everybody into the ice boat.
What ice boat? There is no ice boat.
Do we not have the ice boat? Is it gone?
You made it in, like,
It melted.
10 minutes, just make another one. Come on.
Yeah, well, we might have your uncle chasing after us, wanting us as prisoners. Is there any actual boats around?
No. just the thing you're on.
You can literally just make a chunk of ice, jump onto it, make a current push it away, and then sort out making it into a boat later. That's
Great,
also a thing you can totally do.
I do that. Everybody get on the 5-foot chunk of ice. We could just push Pan Pan in the water and float on him.
All of you.
And on the bright side, you don't have to swim faster than any predators, you just have to swim faster than Pan Pan.
So, Elbin, Pan Pan, Royale, perform strength checks to not get grappled.
Perfect. Oh, well, it's okay. I have a modifier of 0. I don't need to see it.
3 + 1.
4.
4 fails.
9.
9
You got
fails.
4.
Got 4 too.
So, Elbin, what did you roll?
4.
4 fails. Okay, all 3 of you are grabbed by the skeletons, and they all carry you back into the
Takes like 8
structure.
skeletons to carry Pan Pan.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is just
skeletons,
fantastic.
if you could all please look at my 2 hands, I want to cast Eldritch Blast. I want
Okay.
them. I'm trying to get them all to look at my hands, and then cast Eldritch Blast at their faces.
Okay.
I mean, but if they drop Elbin from that height, which is presumably about like 1 foot away from the ground, the sheer weight and force of him dropping would probably be enough to crack the island. Are you sure you want to risk that?
Yes.
Okay, roll a die 20 to see if it goes in that direction.
Alright.
Your hands are kind of, you know, I mean,
Alright.
yeah, let's just see. Okay, what do you roll?
2.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the legs, but it did hit them. I mean, you hit one of the legs.
Alright, did it happen to be the one holding me?
Yes.
Does it drop me?
Yes, and then it kicks you in the face for 9 bludgeoning
Oh my-
damage. 9 bludgeoning damage, and roll a Constitution save.
I mean, you already had a kickable face. You just needed to give them a reason for it.
9.
You are stunned. The two skeletons pick you back up and continue hauling you into the structure.
Beam is on 3 hit points.
It's a...
What I would do, basically.
all you guys had to do was not go into the tower, like, at all. You could have just walked away. You needed nothing in the tower.
Yeah, skeletons carry the three of you in and up the stairs. Before they deposit you in the, they go and deposit the three of you in the chamber at the top. So, trying to run away, are you?
I mean, they'd try to take us as prisoner.
You were the one trying to sell us.
I was not. I was just trying to get information. Do you really think I would sell you out?
Insight check now.
Yes.
I mean, you killed your own mother. I'm pretty sure what your pretty sure your gauge on whether or not you would do this is a little off for the rest of the party.
He didn't mean to kill her.
You know, we wouldn't even be in this mess if Ian was still alive.
And as far as you know, Elvin was also responsible for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around. Is there any obvious way to escape?
The window.
Are there bars on the window?
No,
No.
someone just jumped out of it.
Yeah, this was like, this was like 2 minutes ago in your time.
Oh. See, I didn't know that the window was right there.
Be careful, if Pan drops out of it, it could cause a tsunami.
Wait, where's Raven?
With you, in the same room, kind of stuck with you. Like,
What are you doing just standing here? Go out and find some help. Tell to Raven.
it flies away. Before it comes back in. Oh, right. Hey, Jay, let me tell you something. You saying you want me to go get you some help, right? You dismissing me, right? That's what you're doing. You're dismissing me, right?
No. Not necessarily.
Nah. Fend for yourself, then.
I control you. This isn't a buddy-buddy relationship. This is a you're my slave relationship. Go get some help.
Why, yes, I should have totally assumed you would sell out your friends.
And who told you? Who said you control me, eh? Huh? Let me tell you something. Who told you? Huh? Who says that?
the description of what I summoned you from. That's what told me.
Oh, really? Who said you could read? I thought you couldn't read, huh? Hey, let me tell you something. I don't think you can read. Let me tell you something.
I don't need to read to know that you obey my commands.
Another bird flies into the window.
Let's not assume how much Elbin knows here.
Another bird flies into the window.
Hey, look at that. There's the help.
Thank you. Why? I meant a person.
You think I can carry a person?
No, but I mean, we're in the middle of the ocean. They'd most likely have a boat.
Hey, I don't think I can do that. Let me tell you something. I don't think I can do that. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't think I can do that. I mean, you think I can drag their boat?
Get out.
Here? Okay.
Get out.
So are you dismissing me?
No. Let's go and wait on the ice raft.
Okay.
The other bird goes with Raven.
I like the idea that Elbin just thought that a random crew of people would go look at a bird, go and follow it to a stupid tower, and immediately decide to, I should check out this tower, and go save them, despite the tower being filled with skeletons. Like,
He brought help. I don't understand what the problem is. He brought help.
What is another bird going to do? Look his eyes out?
Two birds are stronger than one. Two birds are stronger than one.
yeah, but all you need is
but-
one stone to take out both of them.
Exactly. So, Pan, let's all just take a nice short rest.
Okay, you're
can
not
all
entertaining the fact that you have. You guys aren't even considering the fact that Pan can just summon a robot, and Rael has, everyone knows, colloquial and formerly known as Odd Killer Nibbles. I mean, you guys could have both of them just bamf out now. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're...
Robot exoskeleton also somehow is suppressing Pan's weight. It's making him lighter for no reason. No one knows how it works.
Hey, is there a lock on the door?
No, it's open.
I'm trying to speak, but but you guys keep giving me reasons to laugh, and I laugh hard for a long time.
So any of you gonna do anything like, say, bamf out a robot slave that will actually listen to you?
Bird's supposed to obey my every command.
I do not think you're smart enough to control that bird.
When has it disobeyed you?
It hasn't. After Elby notices that the door is unlocked, because I'm assuming that he has by now, considering you just openly said that it was unlocked.
Yeah?
He's just gonna open the door looking at everybody.
Oh. What do you mean look at every...
That other bird. Sorry,
Wait,
you
what do
continue,
you
Fury.
mean look at... Huh? What y'all just stick your computer in an engine or something?
No, that was a motorcycle.
Clearly, the bird that the raven brought had a motorcycle, which Elvin quickly overlooked, and that was your only chance to escape.
I like how, like... Yeah, it's an eagle wearing sunglasses and a bandana. You think it's not gonna have a motorcycle? I mean, I get I didn't add the motorcycle, but now it's gonna have a motorcycle because I feel like that
Now
goes...
I had
Kinda
no
no.
idea that it was an eagle with sunglasses and a bandana.
Well, I
Get
was,
back up here, bird.
well, I was gonna mention it, but then you just kept talking to your raven.
As it flew by and had like a whole theme song with a bunch of fireworks in the middle of it.
But I mean, now I'm gonna give it a motorcycle, cause why not?
Birds, get back up here.
Yeah, the raven flies in, followed by the eagle, who's riding the air. You know, just sitting on the motorcycle, riding on a path made of just air. This is the coolest eagle you've ever seen. Seriously, you'll bet...
Could you please?
Seriously, this eagle must get all the ladies. Like, this is the coolest eagle you've ever seen.
You two. Could you please kindly distract distract everybody so we can escape? You, Elbeen says as he looks to Raven, you can just talk and everybody will think you're a annoyance and chase you out. You can amaze people.
Are we just locked in a cell?
No,
In a cell?
Oh, it's an open door.
you're not in a cell. I said you're... No, you're in the room with Sasuke. He's sitting on his chair, and the skeleton guards are around you and protecting the door, and you're all talking to each other.
Okay.
God, no one's gonna help Elvin, who's clearly gone insane and just started talking to birds.
Hey, Jay, let me tell you something. Hey, what's up, you bone guards? What's up? They call me Raven, and here's my home skillet. His name Enrique. You like that, don't you? Let me tell you something. I'm trying to do an Italian accent, but it sounds Mexican. I'm actually trying to do an Italian accent, believe it or not. Ah, man. Hey, Papa Pretzel. Ha ha ha. Hey. Hey, Joe, let me tell you something. Do I... What you think of me? Eh? You think you see me? You see me starting around like this? Eh? You think I'm cool, huh? You think I'm cool, don't you?
This is where we leave.
Hey, do you not like my style? Ahaha, ahaha. Do you not like? Ahaha. Do you not like this style? Let me tell you something. Aha. the yeah,
How far away is the water?
you know, the same 80 feet down that it was earlier.
Yeah, it's still the same height as when I almost died before.
I'm assuming that no droplets or anything splashed up within a 30-foot range.
There are none. It is dry.
Why don't you just go
Need
summon
to
your
go.
patron? I'm sure 2 of Yin's family members in the same room would be a great idea.
Elvin sits in the corner and starts praying. If it's the best option.
Yeah, you can pray.
Yeah.
What are you trying to achieve with your praying?
For him to appear.
Oh really? You're hoping for you're trying to hope for your god to appear.
Uh-huh.
He does.
Also, no, Elvin has not told any of the party that he changed deities.
No, he's not. He actively chose to hide that fact.
A skeletal figure with a crown of thorns appears, clad in long black robes.
Oh, I forgot to tell my siblings to be quiet. I'll be right back.
Sasuke glares at this figure. The two...
Type of glare is it?
What? I don't know. Angry? They look serious. They look like it's unpleasant.
Okay.
The two of them look at each other for quite a while. And, like, almost a minute before your deity vanishes. And, well, yeah, your deity's shell vanishes, and they have a... Okay, how is there five responses? The rain on Hive's comment. How is there 5? There's only 4
Okay, I have
people other
finished,
than me.
convincing my siblings to be quieter. What's going on?
Yeah, yeah, okay, so, Elvin, your deity sheds its shell, and it is now standing there as a flaming young man. As for the rest of you, you see this skeleton, the skeletal robed figure disappear, and before it is left by an empty space where he is to stand. So, yeah.
Elvin, was that you? What the fuck was that?
Ignore it. Kinda hoping he'd help.
Well, you chose a strange time to call me. What do you want?
I'd appreciate some help on getting out of here.
Why are you here? Why can't you get out on your own? What's the problem with that?
Because people would, these people would most likely, you know, attempt to kill me. And I'm sitting at a not so high 3.
What did you do?
I'm coughing up blood at this point. So please, I would appreciate if you just
What did you do?
helped us out just a little bit here.
Yes, I know, but yes, I know, but what did you do to him?
Nothing.
Well,
We just came up here and we wanted some answers.
Well, you must have done something, because I know he's not unreasonable. You must have done something. You must have. It couldn't be that he just did this without provocation.
I mean, it might be possible that I may have indirectly promised him all of these people's lives, and I just said that so I could get some information.
Is the bird still flying around annoying people?
The two birds are, kind of sitting in the, they're just sitting on the ground because they've noticed that the party is not escaping.
Is the cool bird doing a wheelie on his motorcycle?
No, it's no, it's just sitting on the ground. Just kind of figure out why you've chosen to change the plan. That's all it's doing. Just sitting on the ground. No, on his motorcycle, and the motorcycle's on the ground. Yeah. Anyway. Well, you promised them your friends' lives, and so now you owe them, now you owe him your friends' lives, or something of equal value. You said it yourself. You made a promise.
Say that one more time, I didn't hear you.
You said that you promised him your friends' lives. And because you made a promise, well, now you owe him your friends' lives.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Would he accept the sweet, sweet-looking bird instead? Because, once again, that is a really cool bird.
He might. It's possible.
Would you take this very cool-looking bird? Mr. Sasuke?
Oh. No. No, I wouldn't take the bird. I assume you're asking if you're going to trade, if you want to trade this bird in exchange for your friends, and I'm not going to take that. I like your friends quite well. They seem to be good workers, albeit they're a bit weakened right now, but I'm sure I can fix them up and get them into good shape. Quite sure of that. I'm sure they'll be good workers.
Is Nibbles anywhere near me?
Yes. You're Yes, your fish is just beside the birds. It is enjoying their company.
Alright.
Can we have a night to think about this?
No, like.
To think about what? What are you thinking about?
Just what we're going to be doing for the rest of our lives, considering being in your hands and stuff.
I like how this
Right.
decision solely affects Elbin. Like solely, Elbin just chooses whether or not he's just gonna give him to you. Then Elbin just gets to leave like nothing happens.
Yep. Rael looks at Nibbles and just says, no, he like gestures for Nibbles to slap the skeleton that's holding him grappled.
The skeletons aren't grabbing at Royale or the fish.
Where?
They're standing at the edge of the room and watching you in case you know, try to, like, run away.
Okay. Okay, I thought we were still.
No, you're not grappled.
Okay,
Not
then.
anymore. I said they dumped you on the floor. Or deposited you on the
Just,
floor.
may we please... And how long is the short rest?
1 hour.
May we please have an hour? Just an hour to think about what we're going to do with the rest of our lives.
Why do you need an hour to think about it? I mean, if you just need a
Because I'm-
rest in general, then that's fine, but you're already bound to me. Your two friends, you
Yeah,
already
we-
promised me them, and so now and you also became and now you also tried to deceive me, and so now you're a criminal and you've lost your rights.
Okay, I get that. Just... Right, may we please have an hour to rest?
Yes, you may. But it's not really your decision that you get to leave. You don't get to. You're mine. You all are.
Question: when did Elbin have the authority to just sell the party members?
I don't know.
Never!
I don't know
He
when
gave
they
it to
did.
himself. Elvin gave it to themselves the authority to do this.
So the skeletons escort you to a outside the tower, and then they go back inside. You assume that you're just supposed to, like, sit here? Anyway, I'm gonna end the session.
Nice.
My whole plan was to get a short rest so I could use Charm Person on him.
If that didn't work, you have Pan, which Pan has max health, and he could literally just summon a robot, which has a bunch more health, and just fight your way out of there. Or B, you could have dropped Pan and hope the tower was stable enough to protect you from the impact of the Earth shattering, of course, due to the sheer size and velocity of the projectile.
Anyway.
And also the loot box that Pampan refuses to open.
Oh yeah. How about that?
Anyway, so I'm gonna end this. I'm just gonna end this stream, and anyone who tuned in, hope you enjoyed watching. And even if you didn't enjoy watching, please subscribe. I'll see you next week. Thank you.